The Palghar case has triggered a debate on the use of social media and the kind of restrictions placed on it by the government, especially the Information Technology Act, which was passed in 2000. And Mr. Rai, such has been the furor over the social media platforms and also in television and news media, so much so that the Supreme Court has taken cognizance of the entire development, has issued notices to the state government of Maharashtra, Bengal, as also it's the center to give its opinion. In the fact and the backdrop of this issue, first and foremost, how do you see this development, somebody who has been in the thick of framing this law?
I see it's a good development. At least the law will get interpreted at the Supreme Court level, and that will become the de facto legal position in the country there. This is also important in the sense that social media is a platform where many of us, particularly the young generation which is coming up, they are using the social media platform in a very, very intensive manner. Many of the organizations, many of the government are also using the media in a very intensive, and they are trying to use this media in an effective manner to reach the citizen of their country, to deliver services, to disseminate information about the policy, about the program. So in that way, I think it's good that the things gets interpreted.
One thing that obviously comes to mind is the basic constitutional guarantee under Article 19(1)(a) and of course the reasonable restriction 19(1)(b). Of course, when the IT Act came into place, it was also because of the seamless transition information makes in this platform. And it was very difficult to see how you bind down a counterless communication across several platforms into the geographical confines of a state and the country and the boundaries. So how do you see that playing on the legality of it?
Article 19(1) and Article 19(2), they are part of our constitution and they are binding principle on every act or every legal framework we enact, we formulate, we develop or we enact in this country. The IT Act, Information Technology Act, also imbibes the basic tenets of the constitution, freedom of expression. The government firmly believes in the freedom of expression. The very fact these issues have been being covered by the media in such a depth manner all over the country, that itself shows there is a freedom of expression, and government firmly believe that freedom of expression is a fundamental right as enshrined in the Article 19(1), 92 of the Constitution. But at the same time, there is a Article 21 where the rights of other citizens are also there. I have a right to say, others also have a right to say. We should strike a balance. So the more I get to see this kind of now incidents happening there, more I realize that our forefathers, how visionary they were when they really wrote the constitution. When I was writing the IT Act, the social media impact was not there, or what impact of information technology we are seeing today is not there. Anonymity is there in the borderless space. Anybody can write in anybody's name.
Very interestingly, when the social media got into trouble, or the three individuals in Maharashtra for what they wrote on following the death and whatever, it's very well known. But interestingly, there were a comment on the social media platforms that just as you have a like and unlike button, you also have a third button applicable in India, apply for anticipatory bail. So that was a comment on the way, the manner in which the law enforcing authorities moved in particular in this case, and also another related case which happened in Pondicherry. So do you see this as aberrations or overzealousness or interpretation by an official who thought, as a legal person, how would you see that?
I will say, first of all, that whatever happened, it was unfortunate and it's unjustified. In no way I can justify those things there. You have to really see the context and the circumstances under which they were working there, but no circumstance, no context can justify that. It's a large country, such incidents happen. We have to see the root cause of the such incidents and see to it those things are not repeated. These are not good for the society like us, which is multi-ethnic, multicultural, multilinguistic society with us. We have to only see that we work within our constitution, within our legal framework, and such things are not repeated, so that the citizens faith in the technology remains there. They must use the technology in a more for productive purposes, more for innovative purposes. That's our aim, and that should be our aim.
So one of the things that these social media platforms have done is to give a wide base to the policy makers, planners, administrators of the way what people are thinking about various issues. For instance, in America, they say President Obama was one of the first to use Facebook and social media platforms to understand and directly communicate with the constituents and get a feedback. So as to when he makes a law, he also knows that he talks to people directly. So that has been a model which people are not talking about worldwide. And now increasingly you see Government of India also goes on for social media platforms to communicate. Political leaders are on for various, whether it is microblogging, Twitter. So you see the paradigm shift that is taking in communication and administration. So how do you see a regulatory framework? Will it help or will it restrict?
First of all, the social media, as I said, this is a very effective platform. As you have brought out how this platform is being used by in other countries there. We have also started using it, the platform, in an effective manner to be effective in touch with the citizens there and convey the government policies, disseminate the information. At one point of a time, you can convey to all the citizens one information, and it's a very useful way of getting the input. I 100% agree. And that is why the number which in the social media site, the persons who log increasing day by day. It's a very effective media to do that. Similar thing when we started using the telephone, it provides certain effective media. Now social media is there which can communicate simultaneously to so many people, but effective media. Tomorrow it may some different technology come up which may be more effective also. So this is a very useful media. This is a fast, rapidly changing technology scenario there. So I don't think anywhere in the world the governments will be able to regulate these things there. And as I said in my first attempt, there is no intention on the part of the government to regulate. Certainly no, I don't think any government will be able to do it in future also. There is no question of regulation. We imbibe the concept of freedom of expression, and we sincerely really mean freedom of expression as enshrined in our constitution. No regulation there. But whenever there is a freedom, there has to be a responsibility. I think that will get evolved over a period of time as we move on. But I cannot say today what is going to happen, technological things in next couple of years. I really cannot say that. When we wrote the IT Act, there was no social media. We started in 1998, 2000 we brought out the principle like there was no social media. But today I feel some of the aspects, they are useful. The way technology is moving, innovations are taking place. We could imagine those things, but we cannot think that we have thought over what all going to happen next 5 years. I really cannot say how technology is taking place. In fact, this word is like that. You first create technology, then you find the use of technology. It's not something where you have the necessity and then you create technology. IT is different. You create technology and then you find the usage. That's what things are evolving like that. One must appreciate the usefulness of this media to communicate simultaneously different regions, different locations all the time with different masses in the country, abroad, and taking the feedback.
Thank you very much.